The political storm in the UK just got bigger, and this time it's right at the heart of Keir Starmer's inner circle. A sudden resignation, a controversial hiring decision, and a name that still sends shockwaves across the world, Epstein. What really happened behind the scenes? And why did one of Starmer's most trusted aides step down so abruptly? Reports confirm that Starmer's chief of staff has resigned, citing responsibility for the hiring of an individual who once had links to Jeffrey Epstein. The moment this connection surfaced, pressure began building fast, inside politics, across media, and among the public. But here's the key question: was this simply a mistake, or something deeper? To understand the full picture, we need to look at how it unfolded. The hiring decision, according to official statements, was made following standard internal procedures. Background checks were conducted. Approval was given. But later, concerns emerged regarding the individual's past association with Epstein, a figure whose name remains tied to one of the most controversial scandals in modern history. As soon as this information became public, criticism started pouring in. Opposition voices demanded accountability. Questions were raised about vetting processes. How did this connection go unnoticed? Who approved the final decision? And why was the public not informed earlier? Facing growing scrutiny, Starmer's chief of staff took responsibility and announced resignation, stating that leadership means owning mistakes, even when unintentional. Supporters are calling it a rare example of accountability in modern politics. Critics, however, argue that the resignation raises more questions than answers. Inside political circles, analysts are divided. Some say this incident will fade quickly, calling it an administrative oversight with no deeper implications. Others believe the timing could not be worse, especially as Starmer attempts to maintain a clean, transparent image ahead of crucial political battles. And then comes the bigger issue, the Epstein connection itself. Even years after his death, any association with Epstein immediately triggers global attention, suspicion, and media pressure. For politicians, even indirect links can become politically damaging, regardless of intent or facts. So what happens next? Will this resignation close the matter, or open a wider investigation? Will the public accept this as accountability, or demand more transparency? And most importantly, does this incident change anything for Starmer's political standing? At this moment, there are more questions than answers. No criminal wrongdoing has been confirmed in this case. But in politics, perception often matters as much as reality. One decision, one connection, one resignation, and the entire narrative shifts. As the story continues to develop, the world will be watching closely. Because sometimes the biggest political shocks don't come from elections. They come from unexpected resignations. Stay informed, stay aware, and always look beyond the headlines, because the real story is often deeper than it first appears.